Hi, Dr. Lena, all the way from Saturday in Australia. Now, I want to start this video with a mea culpa to Kamala Harris. I made a video yesterday on Kamala, and when I finished the video, thought to myself, oh, Lena, you've been a bit harsh on her. Was that about? But because I'm a dinosaur and can't edit, I put the video up anyway, and 12,000 of you saw it. And so you guys were all very respectful and polite. I didn't get trolled or anything. But I just thought it was poor energy on my part to be so critical of Kamala. And if you didn't see the video, I will report her stars are stellar. She got the star card. So her reading basically suggested there was a very good chance, and I think if we think about it realistically, it's not too out there. There's a distinct possibility after the election that Biden, having nursed the country through the crisis, either it might be a health issue or he might just decide to resign after the election. And that would mean Kamala would be at least the caretaker. And she had cards that really strongly suggested that. I don't know the process. Can anyone let me know that if something happens to a president, the vice president steps in? Please tell me you don't go through the primaries again and stuff to choose a new president. What is the process? What happens then? But in any event, if she's put in that role, she'll be really good. So I'm reclaiming my own gossipy, bitchy energy, and here we are. Now, the other thing on that video that we have to talk about before I get on to today's stuff is the Mad Monday. Okay, so Letitia James is primed, ready to leap, but I've always had a nagging feeling that Trump could weasel out of this at the last moment and post a bond. Ugh, ugh, you know, dread. Now, he and others have publicly admitted he's exhausted all the legal options. That means he would have to get the money, presumably offshore from a friendly baby mogul or someone who's willing to take a risk. Could this man become the president of the United States? $500 million, it's cheap for me to own a slice of him. It's not impossible. But I so hope I'm wrong. I think it's just because of being gun shy after all these years of seeing him weasel out of things. Pray that I'm wrong. So the deal is, here's my bet with you intrepid viewers. If I'm wrong, I'm going to leap on Monday your time and we're going to celebrate together as Letitia James begins to garnish his assets. Okay, what a thrill would that be? And don't worry, if I'm right, please no. If I'm right, something happens, last minute stay. Don't worry, it's just a band-aid and the man is hemorrhaging. So please don't worry. It's just another act in this delirious play, and it's an eclipse, so anything could happen. But then I got thinking, just roll with me on this, intrepid viewers, if he manages to secure the money from a foreign national, now there's been lots of pundits saying that is a national security risk. Duh, it so is. But does that mean not the DOJ, who are they? Engeron is caught Letitia James. Could they not accept it? Or if they accept money from a foreign national for him, does that not compromise them and the state of New York? Ooh, but I don't want to get ahead of myself with this. Let's just roll with Lena being wrong on Monday and let's have a good time. But if it turns out the other way, we will explore that fully. Okay. Right. So now, Judge Engeron also is stepping up the monitoring on the Yeti's finances. And frankly, it shouldn't be left to one person. It's very complex. Surely Barbara Jones has a team. But now it's being talked about in today's press. They might go for freezing his cash straight up. So let's have a look at that. Letitia's ready to roll. Let's see. Let's look at Letitia James on Monday. Oh, it's exciting getting to this stage. Okay, let's have a look here. Oh, love that, Letitia. Two pages here. Okay, she gets the Empress. The Empress is powerful, but she's also someone who is capable of magnifying things. She's capable of getting things done. She's kind to people who deserve it, but doesn't suffer fools gladly. But she has qualities of expansion. So I'm thinking the tentacles could go quite wide with this. Right above that, family. Okay. Now, for those learning tarot, so many of the tarot cards that have quite benign and lovely meanings with normal people, their interpretations have shifted because all of us in the political tarot world have done so many hundreds of videos on these people. So this has been my card of pretending to be a happy family. Now, I'm thinking Don Jr. and Eric, the two sons of. So I think because they're one unit, because since birth they've been grafted into this nauseating, toxic, pretend business environment, which is just about worshipping daddy. I just got a hit. I don't think Letitia James was that happy with the ruling. So Dad was charged all this money, but they were only fined, what, 4 million each. I'm sorry, that might be a lot of money to you and me, but it isn't to them. I think she could go for family assets. Not just things. In the Yeti's name. Very interesting. We'll see. Now, I want to just do a little bit on Aileen Cannon here because things have been developing in that direction. So you'll remember in the last few weeks, she's somehow been demanding that classified documents be given to witnesses, and I think in some cases, even potential jury members and stuff. She doesn't appear to understand the word or the concept of classified documents. So Jack Smith has very methodically pushed back in legal language, and now she's given him a concession that he can give the witnesses a summary of these documents that have been redacted or something. It's more foolishness. It's beyond crazy. So let's have a look. Really want to. Is she going to be removed by the 11th Circuit? We know her job is simply to delay and delay, and she's really good at that, which is just as well because her legal expertise leaves a lot to be desired. So let's have a look here. One commentator said she's a hack, but that's an insult to hacks. I did like that. So will Jack go over ahead and try and get her removed? Let's have a look. Oh, my cards are upside down. I thought it was a reversal, but they're upside down cards. Okay, lots of female energy here. Oh, mm, mm, mm. What's on the bottom? Three of Swords. Okay. I think this is Aileen Cannon herself with this Queen of Cups, normally a lovely woman. However, there's always a however with the major arcana. Also, I would draw your attention to the lid on the cup of the emotions. So I think she's becoming more emotional. It can't be easy to wake up every day and see every judicial figure who has a public mouthpiece in America say how inadequate you are. Can't be easy. It has to cut at a certain point. But she puts her lid on it and she goes ahead with her job, whoever owns Aileen Cannon, you know, whether it's the Federalists or the Heritage or whoever, to do her job. Now, in comes Jack Smith here, representing what used to be the American legal system in the sense of, remember when there was a Supreme Court that was some sort of illustrious supreme body, he represents the trustworthiness and better side of America generally. What's his problem? His obstacle is her allegiance with these chains to the powers of darkness, misogyny, and fascism that are ticking away under the guise of being the GOP. And talk about deep state. This is deep, deep, deep. Some sort of compromise. I wish it was a bit more. I would have liked to have seen an ace or something. Yes, new beginning or moving on, the Six of Swords. No, we've got compromise. So we're not there yet. But this could be her. She's, I think, sensing that she needs to change tack because her process is just too blatant and too obvious and too embarrassing. So she's going to throw him a few bones. Could do better. Could do better. Now, before I move on into the Saturday, a couple of medical things. So one is, I want to send a big shout out to our darling Cindy Loomis. She's been a regular intrepid viewer since the beginning. I know she participates in all our community channels, and she had some sort of fall and has had to have surgery. She'll be all right, but she's doing it tough. So let's send lots of love to Cindy. And also in the global sphere, Catherine, Princess of Wales, has surfaced. She has been given a cancer diagnosis and starting treatment. So the world has been going berserk. What's wrong with Catherine? And that's never good news. I hate to see someone so young having to face that, but she will have the absolute best care, and it does explain a lot. And I hope now the paparazzi and everyone else will give her some space. You know, she's got 3 kids. So although I'm not a royalist, it's not her fault. And I sincerely wish her the best. So on my mea culpa note, I'll let you get on to your Friday night, or depending where you are, and have a good weekend because we have to be in tip-top condition for Monday. Okay, love you. Ciao.